Hi, so we're back and we're taking a look at our first web page, and this is part two. And what we're going to do is we're going to modify this paragraph. We're going to add some more content, and we're going to look at how we can put paragraphs together on a web page so they make some sense. Because let's face it, we don't read all of our text in one big block. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hit a couple of returns here, a couple of returns here, and a couple of returns here. Create some space. Now I'm going to save that. Go over here and reload it, and nothing has changed. If you look at it, it may even say to yourself, well, wait a second now. If that's, why is it that I have all of this space in here and none of this has changed? Well, in HTML, the white space, that's what this open space is called, HTML readers, in other words, web browsers, do not read white space. So I use white space so I can read my code. My code can get really, really chunky and crunchy and hard to read. So I'm going to organize it in a way that makes sense. I'm actually going to tab in the H1 and the P tag. I'm going to tab in these so I can see that this is my body, and sandwiched inside my body is the header tag that we talked about and the paragraph tag. Well, first thing we're going to take a look at is the different heading sizes. And I'm going to have you take a look at this. I'm going to call this heading 1, and I'm going to save it and refresh it. And then to make a little comparison, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to do an H2 tag and call it heading 2. I'm going to close it off. I'm going to click save, and I'm going to refresh. Now I've got the heading 1 and heading 2. I'm going to go in and add a heading 3, and I'm going to go all the way down to 6. So, and this is, sorry, heading H3, heading 3, H3, and then over here, and I'm going to say H4, and I save it, and now I go ahead and play it. Wait a second, there they are. So they get progressively smaller. I want you to notice something else I did too. Heading 1, 2, and 3, I used all lowercase for my tags. H4 I capitalized. In HTML tagging, capitalization does not matter. There are going to be other code languages we're going to learn where capitalization matters very much. But in HTML, whether or not you use capitals or lowercase in your tags, it will not affect the outcome. I recommend using only lowercase. It's easier to read. It's easier to tell apart the numbers. And I'm going to go ahead and make myself a 5. And a 6. Make sure that the fronts and backs match. Save. Return. And that is how heading 1 through heading 6 will look in your default font for a web browser. Go ahead and finish that. And that's the end of part 2. Next, we're going to come back and we're going to look at paragraphs. Thanks for watching.